Hi, I'm Shawna Coronado. Last time we made chicken fajitas from rotisserie chicken. This time we're going to use the leftovers to make an entire meal, a big meal for a family of 4. Our special guests this week are Annie Haven and Jerry Schmidt. Welcome. Let's jump into the Google Hangout right now. What we're going to cook today is rotisserie chicken leftovers. We have fajitas that are leftover. We're cooking them right now. There they are. But we have eaten dinner, and now we have all of this left over. Look, you could feed 6 people with all this. Come on. We're going to have to make something else with it. And so what else we're cooking today is fajita soup. Now, I know you're scared because fajita soup sounds a bit scary. But it's super easy to make, and we're going to do it right now. I'm going to show you the ingredients and what we're going to do. Over here on this side, I'm now going to add tomatoes to heated up leftover rotisserie chicken fajitas. These tomatoes were cut fresh out of the garden. So we're tossing every single one of them in, and we're going to stir them about here.
You know, and for those that don't have tomatoes growing and these great fresh peppers, farmers markets, there's a wonderful website called localharvest.com, and it's a free service you can get on there with just your zip code.
Absolutely, that's a wonderful idea. Chicken stock, and this says it's about 32 ounces. Of course, you could make your own organic stock. If you take that rotisserie chicken that we originally made the fajitas with, and you have that carcass left over, you can boil it in water, a couple quarts of water, and create your own chicken broth. So that would save you money for sure. And remember, we're sticking to $10 or less per meal. And actually, for the 2 meals that we prepared, the fajitas and then the leftover menu, related to the fajitas, it will be under $10 easily. Okay. So I have a secret ingredient that I use. I'm allergic to tomato sauces that are canned. And because of that, tomato sauce doesn't work for me. However, for some reason, V8 juice does. So you wouldn't have to use V8 juice directly. You could use a substitute that's a generic or something like that. But this is what we're adding. We're adding the chicken broth. We're adding the V8 juice, so you get kind of a tomatoey stock. We're going to add some garlic, and I'm going to take some right out of my organic garlic container. However, if you grew it on your own, remember, Annie, never enough garlic.
You never have enough garlic, Shawna. It's just a rule. I'm a firm believer that no werewolves should be around.
And then you add 1 can of black beans. You can drain them, put water on it. I'm just gonna throw the whole thing in. There we go. And then we have black beans, rotisserie chicken fajitas, peppers, tomatoes, onions. Now, as soon as this heats up, you can eat it, or you can let it simmer all day. So that would take more than 10 minutes, but not 10 minutes to assemble. It just takes a few minutes to throw all this together and start heating it up. And I want to point something out to you. We did not use a fajita mix. I was reading on the back of these little boxes that have ingredients and things on it. And yeah, it does include spices, but it says corn maltodextrin, citric acid, caramel color, modified cornstarch, and natural flavors. I don't know what natural flavors. There you go. That's what we're doing with those type of ingredients. What I want you to do instead is to use fresh herbs from your garden, spices from your cabinets. It's cheaper, and it's a smarter move. We're going to add to this, even though we already flavored the fajitas yesterday when we prepared it then, we're going to do a little extra flavor adding. The reason why is that once you add all this broth and everything, you really need more of a kick of flavor, I think. And so I kind of add I have like a formula. It's 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 2 teaspoons of chili powder. And I add that for almost every, marinade or ingredient list that I kind of do. And then we have oregano. I can run and get fresh oregano. So hold on. Don't leave. I'm getting it right now. Talk amongst yourself.
It's just such a great idea. There's a tip you could take with your spices for the things that you're cooking the most of, and I just take an extra spice container and I kind of pre-mix those spices in that so that you're not having to go and buy the packaged ones, but yet you've got the spices blended already right there for easy.
Now that's a good idea. Pre-blending the spices, super cheap. And now here's, it's oregano. It tastes so good. It smells so good. Now, you could add the dried herbs, but you only need a little bit. You could actually throw this entire thing right into the mix here and then pull out the sticks once the soup starts cooking well. And so it adds like this it's like a super powered flavor oomph that you get with it.
This is a great dish for the busy mom. Those of us that are constantly on the go, we can blend it together, put it into the crock pot, put it on low, leave it on the counter, and it's ready for lunch or dinner.
You got it. It's absolutely perfect. And especially for you, Annie, because you don't have kids at home, you have cows.
Right.
Right? How many head of cattle do you have?
175 right now between the pastures.
Wow.
It's like having 4 kids.
Now, and Annie's moo poo tea is made so that you can add it with water and make poo tea with it, and then you pour it on your plant and grow better. So I'd like to say that Annie's a newer expert. It's compost tea, and she's the girl to talk to when you're talking about poo and compost tea. So let's get a close-up look here. There's one last thing that I really like to add, but I like to add it. It's looking pretty darn good there. Once we get a bowl shoveled up of this delicious soup, in fact, why don't I do that right now? I am going to spoon up some soup. And you should, of course, I think you should let it simmer until it's heated through, but you could absolutely let it simmer for longer if you like. And then I want to add avocado to it because I am an avocado freak. Now, I don't have avocado in my garden, and avocado is so delicious, but it is $1 for the avocado right now. So you might be investing a little bit to have, an avocado added to it. And the other thing is fresh cilantro is one of my favorite things. So we're going to sprinkle this baby with some fresh cilantro. And then we're going to take a picture. I want you to see. And I'm getting better with this camera, if I can figure it out. Oh, for the love of Pete. I can't quite get it.
That smells great.
I figured out. I'm going to leave my camera still, and I'm going to move my arm around. There.
Ooh,
It's delicious. I know.
Looks wonderful, Shawna. Wonderful.
It smells incredible. And we have used, actually, under $5 for it's under $10 for 2 meals. And it is healthy, delicious, full of spices and goodness. And how about I give it a taste? I've lost my spoons. Okay, we're going to test it out.
Oh, I just want to say again how wonderful it is, Shawna, that you and Google Plus have come together to bring these little segments to be able to share with people just how easy, whether they're growing their food in their own front yard like you are, or their backyard, or in containers on their patio, as so many small gardeners are. But to be able to share this with everybody, how easy it is to combine these fresh vegetables together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the thing is that rotisserie chicken, super inexpensive. if you didn't want to use it and you wanted to go vegan or vegan, this is a vegetarian meal without the chicken, made from fresh vegetables, full of vitamins, yay raw. It's really a great solution for a busy family. So
Well,
thank you very much, both Jerry and Annie, for coming and spending today with me and making.
It was great.
I hope you'll come back. Will you come back and cook something more with me, like next week or something?
happy to come back, Shawna.
Yay!
Anytime.
Yay! I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Shawna.
And
Thanks
you
very
have a
much.
Fantastic day. All right, we'll see you later.
You too.
Happy fajita eating. Okay,
Take that
bye.
carcass and make broth.
Okay.